Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Sipa Mota, aka the ZuluMachine, and today, guys, we are bringing you another video that says no more quarantine for Bali, guys. So today, we want to give you an update for Bali, guys. So without wasting any time, guys, please do subscribe to the channel, give a like, and give us this comment below, guys, and tell us what you think. Otherwise, let's get this video started.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So, guys, today, as you can see on the title, says no more quarantine for Bali, and it is actually the honest truth. But we'll go through and get the updates from the 21 of March until the 28th of March, the latest updates that we just got from Bali. I didn't want to go through and read this thing until I just verified a few things, but it is valid, guys. There's no more quarantine in Bali. But anyway, without wasting any time, guys, so Indonesian Post did some few updates in March, basically from the start of March until now, I guess. So let's start on the 21st one, the first update on the 21st one, because this one is a big one, and it also includes another number of countries that are going to be allowed in Bali that you're going to, and also includes a visa on arrival also, guys. I think I should mention that. So visa on arrival is allowed now in Bali. So you can just take your ticket, book everything, and go there. But there still are rules, you know. So in order for us to understand how this is working, let's try and see and unpack this correctly. So basically, Indonesia ends all quarantine requirements in what you could call it, requirements in broad reopening. So basically, Indonesia is opening its borders for everyone who wants to visit now. They are focusing tightly on that. So Indonesia is lifting all quarantine rules for fully vaccinated visitors to the end of the 2-year border closure, following its neighbor easing restrictions as Southeast Asia moves past the worst of Omicron wave. So as you can see, guys, the Southeast Asia countries are starting to open up their border, and Bali is actually Indonesia is also done the same thing. So he lifted quarantine rules and for all vaccinated visitors. So if you're vaccinated, there'll be no quarantine and you could get a visa on arrival, guys. This is the first one you're gonna get, guys. This is the most exciting news. It's not going to be perfect as it was before, but at least you can go to Bali now just for as a tourist. So the government will extend its free quarantine travel to the rest of the country following successful 2-week trial program in Bali, Bantam, and Bintan Islands. Hope I said it right. Where the infection has remained low. So tourism minister Sandiaga Uno said his weekly brief on Monday, arriving visitors are still required to take a COVID test. So you still need to have your PCR test, but there's no more quarantine and stuff like that. So Southeast Asian large economic has steadied chipping away at its remaining virus restriction. So mostly by allowing domestic travel to broad flights without having presence of a negative PCR result. So daily corona cases has dropped more than 90% and from mid-February peak, even as death remained high, but it reached 154 people on Monday, and this post was released on the 21st of March. So we are now prepared to transition to the new post-pandemic economic order, and we will carry this normalization in the next few months. Uno said. That's the Minister of Tourism, guys. Uno said. So if everything goes smoothly after Eid, then we will proceed and continue that we can expand our economic activities. Worshippers can carry out religious activities during upcoming Ramadan fasting month, and people are allowed to travel to their home, and as long as they are fully vaccinated and adhere to the health protocol, said Uno, the Minister of Tourism, guys. So in the past 2 years, traveling during the month was restricted. As it usually resulted in a surge of COVID infection. The annual holiday migration typically sees more than 81 million people head home to religious towns from urban centers in the Muslim majority Indonesian and Malaysian I think countries. So UNO is also just, I see this program that they're trying out for arriving, visa on arrival, no quarantine. They're gonna test it out until the fasting is done for the Muslims and Eid. Yeah. So the Indonesian government in Bali has confirmed that effectively from the 21st of March 2022, 20 more nationalists will be eligible for visa on arrival, bringing the total to 43 since it has been restarted on the 7th of March. So there are more countries being added on the visa on arrival. We'll get to those countries a bit later on the video. And so Bali has instituted that visa on arrival again is to ease restriction while still controlling the flow and restarting the tourism industry that has been decimated during the COVID in the last 2 years, I guess. And you can now extend your 30-day arrival once for 60 days. So you can stay in Bali for 60 days. That's what they're saying before you need to go away or your visa ends or your on-arrival visa ends. So other adjustments are not allowed. Visitors will need to have a return ticket as per usual entry requirements. You can also arrive directly in Bali from abroad right now. So basically you can get from abroad right now. Only for that is Singapore Airlines. Okay, at this stage only Singapore Airlines is actually arriving abroad and going directly to Bali. Other flights at this stage are not active. Only Singapore Airlines is actually flying directly to Bali. So take care of that. Make a note if you're gonna book now. You're gonna book through Singapore Airlines. And travelers entering Bali under the visa on arrival still requires to book 4 days/3 nights at call it CHE hotel approved hotel list. But since last week, Airbnb villas booking is also acceptable. So when they announced this, that means now you can book your Airbnb also for is also acceptable. So you're gonna have to double check that before you go, because you never know, this thing might change. So Bali has instructed that visa on arrival again is to ease restriction while still controlling the flow and restarting tourism industry has been decimated during the COVID in the last 2 years, guys. So you can extend and the rules telling it again, telling us again, can extend the 30-day visa on arrival to 60 days only. Other adjustments are not allowed, guys. So other adjustments are not allowed, and the only flights flying in is Singapore Airlines, and they're repeating that again. So travelers entering Bali under the visa on arrival must book their 3 days on the approved hotel, guys. The CHSE hotel approved or Airbnb villas, guys. So you might have to double check which Airbnbs are allowed or all of them are allowed. I'm not sure on my side so you're gonna have to double check on that. So the 42 countries that are eligible to go on visa on arrival, guys, I will start with South Africa. So guys, South Africa has been added. Number 1, South Africa. Number 2, United States of America. Saudi Arabia. Number 3, Argentina, Austria, and Netherlands, Belgium, Brazil, I don't know how to read. Let me read correctly. Brunei, Dar es Salaam, Brunei, Dar es Salaam. I hope I'm saying it right, guys. Please forgive me. I'll put the list of the video also so that you can read yourself. Denmark, Philippines, Finland, Hungary, India, the United States of the United Kingdom, Italy, Japan, Yemen, Cambodia, Canada, South Korea, Laos, if you know Laos, Malaysia, Mexico, Myanmar, Norway, France, Poland, Qatar, New Zealand, Seychelles, Singapore, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, Thailand, China, Tunisia, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, and the last one is Vietnam, guys. So those are the 42 countries that are allowed to actually go to Bali and get the visa on arrival, guys. So that was the update on the 21st of basically March. So now the latest one, okay, the other one that we got on the 24th of March is that Indonesia welcomes visitors with arrival test and no quarantine. So let's elaborate on that one. Was just the title? So now Indonesia has dropped up the follow-up test of test requirements. So there's no follow-up test requirements. So if you're fully vaccinated, basically, let's just read all of it. So Indonesia has dropped up the follow-up test requirements, and fully vaccinated visitors are only required to wait for the results for the test performed at the airport at their hotel before freely going to their business. So basically, your first test that you get at the airport is the one that you're gonna wait for. If it's negative, then you're free to go, guys. There's no follow-up test, guys, on your hotel. So visitors to Bali are supposed to book with a CHSE certified accommodation for the duration of their stay, guys. That means include their villas, as you say. Some of the villas are allowed, but double check which accommodation now is the one under the CHSE. So you have to double check the list, guys. I do not have the list, but let's see what they're saying here. Currently, international arriving by air are allowed only at the Soekarno-Hatta main international airport outside Jakarta, and 6 other airports: Juanda in East Java, and Ngurah Rai in Bali, that's Denpasar, Hang Nadim in Bantam, and Najah Haji Fisabilillah in Tanjung Pinang. Please forgive me if I said everything incorrectly. And the other one is Sam Ratulang in Manado, and Zainudi Abdul Majid in Central Lombok. So those are the places that everyone can fly to now directly with the international flights that are currently open, I guess. Yeah. And other than the 7 airports, overseas travel may arrive in Indonesia by sea only via Bali, Bantam, Tanjung Pinang, and Nunukan in North Kalimantan. And by land via Etikong in the west, Jalimatan, and Motain in Nusa Tekana Timur. Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right, guys. So basically, there's 7 airports open. There's also couple of sea arrivals from international airports, and also land airports at the west, Kalimantan, I think. Kalimantan. So please forgive me if I my twisted mind is okay. I cannot say it all of it, but I would also list it up here in the video while I'm reading it. So please, hopefully you read it yourself. So those are the entries of Indonesia right now. It's not only about Bali. This update is also mostly about Indonesia. And right now, so the last update they did on the 28th of March. And 28th of March, it was yesterday for me. So Qatar now has resumed its flights to Denpasar, guys, paving the way for another alternative direct international flight to the island, which is the requirement for the new arrival guidelines. Okay, the flight will operate 4 times a week: Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, leaving Doha at 2 a.m. Yeah, that's 5 minutes past 2 a.m. in the morning, and arriving in Denpasar at 55 minutes to 5 minutes to 5 p.m. That's 4:55 p.m. in Denpasar. So it's a long fight. It's a long fight, guys. So from 2 a.m. or 5 minutes past 2 a.m. and arriving in Denpasar at 4:55 p.m. So it operates only 4 times a week now: Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So book it correctly, guys, if you're booking. So if you're planning to go to Bali, so you have to be careful and make sure you have your what do you call it, your required stuff there, and double check everything, guys, if the requirements don't change from now, because they might change, you know. So the return flight leaves Denpasar at 1 a.m. and arriving at Doha at 5:35 a.m. So these flights are taking long, yeah. Anyway, so that's a return flight, which is in time for morning departure, banking allowing for most connections. So this will allow people who are connecting to other countries to do connections correctly when they're leaving Bali, basically. So those are the latest updates we have, guys. Remember, Singapore Airlines and now Qatar Airways are the 2 flights flying to Bali. And in all out, guys, there's 42 countries that are allowed to enter Indonesia. Actually, there are 42 countries allowed to arrive in Bali on visa on arrival. Only in Bali on visa arrivals. And there's no more quarantine, guys. No more quarantine. So all quarantine is gone, guys. Been lifted, and you only have to worry about one follow-up. Actually, there's no follow-up test. You only worry about the one that you have done at the airport when you arrive. That is the, what do you call it, the only COVID-19 test that you have to worry about. If that one is negative, you are free to go as a bird. And they also did say that visitors to Bali are supposed to book the CHSE certified accommodation. It's no longer hotels now, it's accommodation, because it includes villas and other stuff. So it means you might use your Airbnb villas. Yeah. So I hope I recapped everything for March, guys. This is the March update. I think I don't think something will change now, because March is ending like 31st. But this is the latest one on the 28th. Hopefully, we'll get to go back and get the latest one when they release another update, guys. And if you have any comments or anything I have missed that I don't know about, please leave them in the comment section so that everyone can know about it. And tell us if I made a mistake, guys. And forgive me for any country name or province or any name that I missed out, because I'm not familiar with the names here, some of them. But I did try to spell them correctly. Forgive me if I was wrong about that. Otherwise, this is me, ZuluMachine, guys, with a new update for Bali. We are ready to fly to Bali, guys. So I'm getting happy, guys, because I'm also thinking about booking to Bali, because South Africa is also on the list. So hopefully, guys, I'll save enough cash maybe this year, and I'll be able to go to Bali before Corona comes back. Hopefully, Corona does not come back. Anyway, without wasting time, guys, please do subscribe to the channel if you like all of this content we have for you, and leave the comments, guys, if there's anything that we missed or what you want to know. Otherwise, click the subscription button, guys, and click the notification bell. And me, ZuluMachine, I'll see you on another video when we're talking about another country updates based on the COVID restrictions and other things, guys. Otherwise, this is ZuluMachine signing out. I'll see you another time. Peace out. Have fun. Kaboom.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.